Hi, you've got eyes, a brain, and probably a wild imagination. So let's talk about an animated world that defies all logic. But it's just not any animated world. A place where a cat, a fish, a banana, a T-Rex, a peanut with antlers, and the animation budget of a daydream collide. So that's the amazing world of Gumball. We got Gumball Watterson, Blue Cat, ADHD in feline form, energy of 3 Red Bulls, and a dropped iPad. First off, Gumball Watterson is basically the poster child for I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Then there's Darwin, expat fish, now a bipedal moral compass with sneakers and more emotional depth than your therapist. He's a fish who learned to walk and talk and became Gumball's bro. The only one who might actually have an actual grip on reality. Anais, tiny pink genius with a PhD in Why Am I Stuck in This Family? Nicole, the mom, rage issues, unresolved trauma, certified in giving 10,000% a literally everything. And Richard, their dad, a man-child disguised as a pink rabbit who once fought a microwave and lost. Now, let's talk tone. This wasn't just a cartoon. No. This was Looney Tunes on existential dread. The show broke more fourth walls than Deadpool in a hall of mirrors. 1 second Gumball's doing homework, next second he's having a philosophical crisis in an anime-style death match with a slice of toast. And the animation? Absolute madness. 2D, 3D stop-motion photo collage, live action, every episode looked like 5 interns dropped acid and hit render. The humor? A wild cocktail of British sarcasm, meme culture, and what if SpongeBob was self-aware and emotionally damaged? You're laughing at a giant donut committing tax fraud, and 5 minutes later, you're crying because Darwin just got emotionally manipulated by a talking balloon. The show didn't have range. It kidnapped the range, duct-taped it to a firework, and shot it into space. And then there is Rob. Poor Rob. Started as a background character. Blink and you'd miss him. Then, bam! He's shoved into a dimensional void, comes back looking like a rejected Sonic villain, and starts unraveling reality because Gumball forgot his name. That's right. The villain origin story here is the main character-induced neglect. Smash that like button so Rob doesn't get as erased again. And if you don't subscribe, don't be surprised when he glitches into your closet holding a void remote and emotional baggage. Remember the episode where they ran out of budget and had to animate with crayons? Yeah, that happened and it became one of the best episodes. Gumball said, "Who needs a logic? Let's combine meta commentary and fart jokes." Then there was a musical about their annoying neighbor and their dad marrying a piece of cake in the 80s. No questions asked. This show parodied everything from Minecraft to The Ring, and didn't just break the fourth wall, it kicked it into another dimension. And let's not forget the time Gumball and Darwin got deleted from existence, like completely erased from the universe. And somehow that episode still found time for butt jokes, because priorities, right? This show wasn't just about cartoons, it was about taking everything seriously and nothing at all. That's the Gumball way. There was that cursed episode where Nicole becomes a literal anime demon because someone parked in her spot. She didn't just rage, she ascended. By the end, she was throwing spirit bombs at soccer moms while the kids watched from the backseat like, we've seen this before, she's just getting started. And Richard, this dude once tried to cook cereal in the oven with the box still on it. He is a soft, fluffy ball of catastrophic energy. The only man who could make unemployment look like a full-time job. Now, let's talk about pain. Because behind all the chaos and meme faces, Gumball could hurt. Like the episode where Darwin's trust is shattered, or when Rob gets erased from existence, or when Nicole's entire backstory is childhood drama and business attire. The show gave you Looney Tunes 1 minute and existential dread with a side of childhood disappointment the next. They didn't just play with emotions, they juggled with them while doing parkour in a hurricane. And the school? Absolute war zone. There is a literal banana for a student, a ghost with a crush, and T-Rex that's a jock, and a teacher whose face is a projector screen. Half the student body looks like a group of rejected serial mascots, and yet somehow they're the normal ones. Remember the Void? That cursed place where all potholes, deleted scenes, and mistakes live? Yeah, they canonized animation errors. Gumball built a story arc out of their own continuity problems. You can't teach that. That's not writing. That's dimensional chess with crayons. And don't even get me started on the final episode. Rob screaming from the edge of the universe, Gumball smiling as the world literally collapsed around him like, what was that ending? A cliffhanger so savage it made Inception look like a resolved bedtime story. The whole internet? Wait, what? That's it? Cartoon Network? Yep, good luck sleeping tonight, kids. The legacy chaos unfiltered pixelated meme-fueled chaos. The amazing world of Gumball wasn't just a cartoon. It was a fever dream narrated by a YouTuber with ADHD and emotional drama. It wasn't afraid to be dumb or smart or existentially unhinged. If you give your anime battles sitcom logic, internet references, and emotional depth, all in under 11 minutes, it was art. It was absurd. It was Gumball. Gumball is honestly like if your baby got super high on sugar and decided to run a TV show. This show isn't just a cartoon, it's a dumpster of absurdity that somehow makes total sense. Maybe not, but it owns the nonsense like a champ. There's literally a walking piece of toast with googly eyes, a giant pencil with attitude problems, and a cloud that's probably having an existential crisis. It's like the writers raided a junk drawer of the universe and just said, yeah, that's a character now. Let's take a second to appreciate the animation. Oh man, this show is a visual fever dream. You'll see 2D characters interacting with 3D backgrounds, live-action clips, random textures, and even puppets like the whole thing was thrown into a blender set to total chaos, and somehow the result is pure gold. It's like the show saying, rules? What rules? We're gonna do whatever we want, and you're gonna watch it. And honestly, you can't look away because every frame is packed with so much weird detail, you'll miss half of it the first 10 times. The writing is where the madness turns into absolute genius, bro. Every episode is packed with jokes that fly so fast you need a PhD in meme culture just to keep up. It's sarcastic, it's meta, and sometimes it's downright existential. There was that one episode where Gumball argues with a toaster about life and death. I'm not kidding. A toaster gets more character development here than in half the TV shows on TV. The humor swings from slapstick to highbrow in seconds, and then suddenly throws in a pop culture reference that's so niche you wonder if the writers are just messing with you. Also, the show loves to break the fourth wall. Characters will look at the camera, comment on the plot, or just flat out mock the fact that they are in a cartoon. But here's the wildest part. Amidst all the chaos and insanity, Gumball actually hits some pretty real emotional notes. Yeah, it's hilariously nonsense 90% of the time, but then bam! Out of nowhere, an episode will drop some heavy stuff about friendship, family, identity, or just feeling like you don't belong. The town of Elmore itself is basically a character. It's like a twisted version of suburbia where the laws of physics and common sense don't apply. One minute you're dealing with a simple school day, the next you're watching giant robots fight over a sandwich. And honestly, that unpredictability is the show's best feature. You never know what the hell is going to happen next, but you're definitely going to laugh or cringe when it does. Oh, and the villains? Forget evil masterminds or dark overlords. Elmore's villains are more just painful, awkward, or pretty people who somehow cause massive chaos. Like the school principal who's a nightmare wrapped in a sandwich, or the internet troll who's literally a troll under a bridge. They're ridiculous, sometimes scary, but always hilarious. Gumball also somehow manages to be ridiculously relatable, even though none of it makes sense. The awkward social drama, the ridiculous misunderstandings, the family fights that escalate for no reason. It's basically a magnified mirror of our own messed up lives. just for talking animals and sentient objects. It's like the show is saying life's weird and stupid, so just laugh at it. And don't even get me started on the memes. A Gumball is basically a meme crack. Every episode has moments that explode in social media and get memed to death. From Gumball's face when he's confused, to Darwin's goofy smiles, to Aeneas rolling her eyes so hard it's practically a workout. It's impossible to escape, and honestly, why would you want to? Was Gumball actually the last great cartoon, or are we just wearing nostalgia goggles? Drop your take in the comments and like and share this madness, and if you think that's interesting, wait till you see Mr. Bean's entire history. Yup, it's as chaotic as it sounds. Subscribe so you don't miss it.